What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Mcfarlane Toys Green Lantern. I don't really like Mcfarlane figures like that. They just don't feel that good to me, like in hand. I've mentioned that in different reviews, so I don't have many. But I had a con here not too long ago, and I picked this guy up there, wanting to give it another shot. I like Green Lantern. I picked up the Manhunter, and that's kind of what made me want to get this guy. Um, the Manhunter looked really cool and is a pretty cool, significant bad guy. I think as far as like army building, I think that's pretty cool. So if I was gonna have the Manhunters, I need some Green Lanterns. I figured this Hal Jordan looked a lot more like the Hal Jordan I wanted, like the classic look, not anything. Um, I guess something newer, none of that stuff. This is just a classic look for me, and I really liked it. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. Here he is in that packaging. Got the window. You can see him and his accessories. Side, the back artwork. Other side, and I believe he does come with a um, digital code or like a NFT, something like that. But let's get him open and check him out. Here's Hal Jordan outside of the packaging with all of his accessories, and he comes with this trading card. Little bio on the back. It does come with a card with the digital code, which I'll do that later probably. Don't really care for that NFT, but I'll do it just to see what it is. And it comes with this stand. It's the digital version with the NFT stuff. It comes with a nice power battery. It's okay translucent. I think I've seen some better ones, but not terrible. And it looks like it's all one piece. The older style batteries for some of the DC Direct stuff used to be like you would plug in here so it could rotate. But that got annoying because it would like separate or get warped and not stay in there so much. So that's pretty cool. It's all at one piece. It's a nice little softer plastic. Then you've got these two effects for his hands. Like they're powering up for punching somebody. So not terrible. We've got the different hands. We've got a open palm hand. I am glad that it does come with the extra hand. Really nice. And then you've got something like a trigger finger hand. Grasping hand, I'll say. So not bad. So yeah, not many accessories, but you don't really need. I guess you can't say you could always use more. You can different versions of the Green Lantern figures always come with something else, different things. Pretty good idea to like keep them if you can when you're getting new Green Lantern figures because you can always cross-purpose them. But yeah, here we go with we got Hal Jordan himself. So this Hal Jordan Green Lantern, I like it. I like the sculpt. I'm very particular about my looks. I want the classic style looks. I don't need the new different universes and all that sort of style, or making this part look like armor or something crazy. The only ones that I would want to pick up are very classic looking, and his was like a kind of like I don't want to say like a spandex suit, but that's kind of what it comes off as. It's just really skin tight, nothing crazy, um, but really nice head sculpt. I like that. He's got a little smirk. Kind of wish he came with like a serious face. Um, Goes all the way down. I don't like this part of the figure. I don't like them on any Mcfarlane figures. This like soft, the diaper part that everybody says. I don't care for that at all. I don't understand why they can't just make it solid. I know it helps with some articulation, but you can cut that part out. Because then you prevent weird looking things. Like that looks weird to me. And so if you're gonna say you don't want to break the sculpt or anything like that, look at that. That does not look cool at all. So that's one reason why I stay away from Mcfarlane figures, is because of that piece. But I do the mega figs. I like their sculpts. I'll say that again. I like Mcfarlane sculpts. They're not bad. It's just the feel of the figure and and that diaper part are just really throwing me off always. But I wanted to give it a shot, you know, because my DC shelf is pretty drained. I used to have a lot of the DC Direct stuff, and then I got rid of a lot of them. I had DC Classics, started getting rid of all that stuff, and kind of want to update some newer stuff. I got a couple Mezcos. I won't say a lot, but they take liberties with their figures, so they don't have the looks that I want either. So I decided to give this guy a shot, and you know, got the paint going around. It's all painted. Again, that soft part, and pretty basic, I guess. So for articulation, this guy looks down about that far, looks up about that far. Looks to be just like a double ball peg sort of deal going on. You got butterfly joint. That moves okay. T-pose looks really nice. Upper bicep cut. You've got double jointed pinned elbows that bend really nice. Pinned or pinless, you know, sometimes it doesn't really matter to me. I know some people will get crazy. Everything should be pinless now since we do pinless, and they should head in that direction if you can do it, but it really doesn't bother me that much. His are hidden well, though. You know, the black pins. It would have been crazy if they put white pins in there. Broke up that look. That would have been crazy. And you've got peg with like this half hinge for rotation. And, you know, it just rolls around so you can get all of that wrist movement in there. It looks weird. I never really liked the wrist joint thing either. Just stick with the standard stuff, you know. Just have it built in and you just plug it in, swap it out pretty easy. Just a little strange to me, I guess. You got the diaphragm cut. Doesn't move forward like at all. And then it goes back pretty good. Try to force it more forward. Yeah, not much forward. You've got the waist, the ball waist. Of course, you can twist and turn and all that stuff. And, you know, this gives away. But again, you get stuff like that. But if you're looking at it from certain angles, you won't see it anyways. But still. Should have been solid. I wish they did that solid. If they did this piece solid, I would be a little more willing to dive into them. Not that I'm not going to be picking up a few more, but I'd be more willing if this was solid and just cut away some of that, you know. Like your regular figures. Why do you want to be so different from other companies, you know? You kind of mess the fans up with that when companies are unwilling to kind of have something similar to the scale, like their 6-inch scale is like an 8-inch scale, or an 8-inch figure, or a 5-inch figure. Like, why do you hate it so much? You know what we're trying to do. Let's see. You got your upper thigh cut, which is up in here. It's kind of hidden, but it does rotate. Leg goes forward about that far. This kind of hinders it a little bit, so you might as well have done it the other way, unless a little bit further. And I'm afraid this piece is going to tear over time. You know, it's going to break down. How long is this going to last? You get double jointed, pinned knees that bend pretty good. You got a little cut down here at the ankle, hinge, and pivot, and a toe joint. So yeah, that's it for the articulation, which is not bad because you can hit some pretty good poses, you know. Some pretty nice stuff. It's always still going to be about the feel. Like I would have no problem giving this to my son or somebody, you know. I think the more I mess with it, it's kind of like I get it. I do kind of like it, but still, I don't know if I'll ever get over this piece. Again, the sculpt is everything. And nice, you know, articulation gives me the posing that I need or want, so pretty cool in that way. All right, so one cool thing is that you can have him look like he's getting ready to charge his ring with the battery. So the articulation does let him kind of do that. He looks down, get that piston, pretty cool. That looks nice. Then you've got these different effects that you just do over the fist. So I kind of wish he came with a different head, a more serious head, if you're going to be doing something like that. Just a serious type. So I'm assuming he's just punching, or you got the other hand that you could throw on there, and he's just like powering up, I would say. Your standard arms down by your side, dragging them all up to the sky, something like that. It's really cool. Then we hit that open palm hand too, so you can say hey, or he's gonna slap somebody, reaching all the way back. So yeah, not bad. Um, Not bad at all. Still feels weird to me. Maybe it's something I can get more used to. Again, I only do mostly the mega figs. I don't have much Mcfarlane figures, but they do have like some really awesome sculpts. So, and that's one thing that I've always loved about it is that they do some really great sculpts, but sometimes they do some weird things with it. And I'll show you here in a second. So for comparison, we got the Megafig Bane and Doomsday, which look amazing, but are both kind of lacking just a little bit to make it the most perfect version that I could think of. Both of them are lacking in articulation. I wish they both had the upper bicep cut to turn the arm and make their punches look more natural. Both of them are missing extra hands, and it's just I wish they went that little extra mile to make it the best version of it that everybody would want. Why not crush it? You're so close. The sculpts are so amazing. They should have been like, added that last little bit. So they would be like the most sought after versions of them probably ever. But yeah, here Hal is next to these two. Of course, they are mega figs and larger characters, so they should be dwarfing them. So that looks pretty nice together. I like that scale difference. And I think I got one more that I can reach. In here, we got one of his longtime enemies. We have us, a manhunter. So that's pretty awesome seeing these two together. I'm not sure if I thought the manhunter was going to be like a lot bigger than him, or at least comic book wise. Maybe I thought he would be bigger, but pretty cool seeing these two together. Of course, I need a couple of these just to kind of battle him on like a scene scenario type thing. So not terrible, not too bad. Pretty cool seeing them together. I know there are more Green Lanterns coming. I just picky about it. So I gotta, I guess I'm just going after um, that classic look for most characters, or for at least the characters that I like. I'm trying not to dive too hard into Mcfarlane's. Being real selective there. And for another quick size comparison, we got the G.I. Joe classified the retro Stalker and the Spider-Man animated Peter Parker Spider-Man, the one that came with the Vulture, that 2-pack. And you can see how much larger the McFarlane figures. If Hal's like a standard body, that standard scale, they're all going to be taller than most of your figures. You could probably budget in like a picture. You know, everybody's going to be posed, that sort of thing. And they're not that, I guess I would say they're not so far off that you couldn't do that. But yeah, if you just vanilla pose or do something like that, you can definitely tell how much larger they are. And this will get one more in just because he happens to be standing right beside me. We got Tribal Chief. And that's not far off in height. Hal is still just a little bit taller, but yeah, not too far off from like a wrestling figure scale. So that's gonna be it for this review. I think it's got a great head sculpt. I think it's got a pretty good paint job, pretty decent articulation. It does still feel a little weird to me for some reason. I don't know why. Um, but it can hit some pretty good poses and look good while doing it. So I say it's a pretty good figure. Um, I don't regret picking it up, so that's a good thing. And I think this is going to lead me to just trying a couple more here and there. It's not going to be my big thing, getting into Mcfarlane figures like that. But again, the sculpts on Mcfarlane figures are pretty nice for the most part. It's just, you got to think about the scaling. What are you trying to do? Is it your own thing, its own shelf? Are you crossing lines? How does that work? How does that fit? But I think it's a good figure. Just standing there, pretty nice. The paint was pretty decent. The sculpt again, the head sculpt was nice. I wish he came with another head sculpt, but it does come with a couple of accessories. Just a more serious head, fighting head, but I'm sure you can find those on other Green Lantern figures. I know there's a bunch of them out there, different styles. I wonder if the heads can pop on and swap. I don't know that. Maybe I'll find out in the future when I try some other stuff. But yeah, that's it for this review, and I will catch y'all in the next one later.